Greetings and welcome back to SmartWatch Ticks. It's a fun day for an unboxing of a new Vibe. You got the Vibe? I got the Vibe. I got the Vibe 3, and not just the Vibe 3, but HR. That's right, not human resources, that's heart rate. We have a Vibe now that's got heart rate built into it. Let's open it up, see what they have sent us from Zeblaze. Oh, it's a tight box. Okay. Haha, there we go. Zeblaze, this way. Already in here with its band on it. Oh, a little bit dusty. Clean that off. Well, it's bubbles under the screen protector, which we will definitely be removing. Here's the TPU band. It's got a cover over the back as well. And yes, indeed, heart rate, charging ports, couple of buttons here, couple of buttons there. That says up, down, power, and back. Those are our buttons. And obviously, the bands are removable, very pliable, but they're not the quick release kind. You're going to need to get in there with a tool to pop them off. A lot of holes all the way to the very end on both sides. Should breathe, and it should fit larger arms as well as really, really tiny arms because of the layout of the holes with the buckle. Let's get into the box. Inside of here, we have, what you think, the charging cable? Yep, there it is. Basic 2-pin magnetic couple charging connector that, not strong enough to hold the watch, but it's a heavy watch. It will hold on to it though, definitely. And we have a manual as well. Now, before we look at the manual, let's look at the watch. Once again, it's from Zeblaze. This is their AliExpress store where we've got a listing in the show notes to link you over here. And if I got a coupon for you, I'll have it on that listing so you could apply the coupon and take a discount. Inside, what we're about to see in the Vibe 3 HR is a fully waterproof device. You can explore your heart now during exercise, check your real-time heart rate to learn about your progress. You can test a runner with the data. It's using a 3D accelerometer that's going to be your basic pedometer that'll check your distance and speed and all of those kind of things. Develop your full potential, it says, with calorie calculations. And calorie calculation is based on weight, height, age, gender, and all of those factors that go into it. It's got a hard shell for durability. It's got IP67 for full waterproof capability. It says 50 meter, which is 164 feet, which is really insane. That's way more than IP67. Really, an IP68 5 ATM is what I would be calling it. Up to you if you want to dive with this thing down that far. It's got a 3D interface, it says, motion effect function that will let you do your motions throughout the day. Smart sleep monitoring, as most of them have. If you wear it to bed tomorrow morning, you can see your sleep history. And you'll get push message notifications for incoming calls and schedule information and so forth. It's short charging time, it says. It'll charge and last for 5 to 7 days and compatible with a variety of Android and iOS devices with these languages supported. So we look at the manual then, and it's not too complicated. It tells you to power on and power off. You're pressing that upper left-hand button, and here's the app you need to scan. It's called Wear Health again. We use that one a lot. Wear Health and Fundu, or Fundu Pro now. But this one's Wear Health. I'll have a link to the actual Play Store version in the show notes, or you can scan the QR code and go there directly. This is how you bind it to the phone, and some more information, some FAQs in the back, customer support, and your charging. So it's really basic. It's not giving you anything about how to run the watch, just more or less how to hook it up and charge it, turn it on and turn it off. So I'm going to hook it up and charge it, turn it on, turn it off, and I'll be right back. If you've been watching several of the reviews we've done on fitness bands and watches that have just the basic stuff in them, no GPS, then you're going to see a repeating pattern. This watch does not have a touch-sensitive screen, but if it did, I would probably swipe to the left and go through several screens. Well, I do that using the buttons. The upper button here is the same as scrolling to the left, where I can take us into our step count with the onboard pedometer, the calories burned related to that, and the distance traveled related to that. So those three elements come from an onboard pedometer. If I let it time out, it comes right back to the main screen. So you got to keep moving. This one is the other direction. It takes you back, forward and back. It's labeled up and down, I believe. And but it's basically the same as swiping. So after we get through these, we get to the heart rate area. And if I press and hold, well, oh, it's going automatically. Okay. It's lighting up the diode, and it would attempt to take a heart rate if I had my finger on it, which we'll skip that part right now and continue on to last night's sleep time. And that's all exposed right here. Didn't go fast enough, starting all over again. Characteristic of all of these, you got to be a fast-paced person in a hurry to get through it. Messages, if you have any, would show up. And then you get into the sport area. I'm going to continue going around. We'll come back to that. A timer, find your phone, and the ability to turn the watch off. And you've looped back now to time. If I went backward, you'd see it would go exactly like that backward. Get to the sport area, press this button. And now, I don't know if you can see it, and I can't adjust it, but there's a word in here. It says running. And if I go here, I can change that to walking. I went up one level. If I go here, I'm down to running, and then football, and badminton, and baseball, I think. Then there's, it says ping pong. Ping pong, okay. Cycling or riding, climbing, walking again, and back to running. Now, usually in a watch that has GPS, your running and walking and climbing and biking will all have a GPS component. But since we don't have that, all of your computations are going to come from the onboard pedometer. It's classic with all of these, and it's just how it works. Now, notice the things that change here. When we're in riding, we have calories burned and heart rate against time, and that's it. But if I go to climbing, I get step count instead of calories burned. And if I go walking and running, same thing, step and heart rate. If I go to football now, I'm back to calories burned. So just watch how this shifts as we go around. You're either calculating your steps or showing your steps from the pedometer, or you're showing your overall calories burned, irregardless of your steps. And I presume that the calories burned is a function of time, possibly with heart rate, all mixed together in some formula to calculate your calories burned, no matter if you're doing football or badminton, okay? With me so far? So let's get into one of these. Oh, that took me back out of it. I want to stay in sport. I want to get into sport. And let's just take running. To begin running now, I press over here. And it started, and I paused it, and here it's going again. You notice there's no 3, 2, 1 countdown or anything. We're just right into it, and it's active right now. If I press this button, nothing happens, but it lights the screen up. Same with this one. They're inactive because I'm in an actual sport. That sport is going to look for step count, which I might be able to emulate this way. No, got to have it on my arm. Got one of those. Oh, nope, it did. Okay, it caught up with me. 6 rubs gave me 13 steps. That's pretty cool. Heart rate is pumping away in the 90s right now, and time. And those are the characteristics, the qualities, the data that you actually get off of this. To stop it, let's get it on the screen. I pressed this button, and I heard it vibrate, and it's paused, and it's basically stopped. And if I press it again, it picks it back up where it was. Follow me? Okay, we're paused. Now if I press and hold, nothing. A lot of them, when you press and hold, it's going to actually stop it, get you out of it. We'll press this one, and that took me back. So I'm at that sport level where I have all these other things at that top level. Back to the watch faces. Hey, speaking of watch faces, did I show you this? I don't think so. Here's one watch face, and it's a little bit dim. I mean, we're indoors. It's kind of a green and blue against black, but if you want bright, boom, there you go. White against black, easily visible outdoors. It's got your heart rate and step count or distance traveled on there, calories burned, and steps down there with the date. So it's pretty much got all your data, including the battery up here. And if I press it again, I get a lot of that representation in yet a different watch face. And then back to this one. So you got 3 different watch faces, all those different sports, and the ability to tether this whole thing to the Wear Health app. Now, I've done that already, and it's connected over here under the device management, which is where we have the continuous heart rate and lift the wrist to see the screen time. All those things are settable here. You've seen this many times before. 12, 24-hour time, metric imperial. You can disconnect the device, all in here. You've got your today stuff on this tab, which shows you what percentage of my 8,000 steps that I set as my goal I've accumulated with 388 steps. Boom, 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 some data right here. I don't swipe, I can't go anywhere with this. I can refresh it if I pull it down. If I hit the sport mode, that'll take me to a full page map of my area with a dot on the middle. Using the GPS in the phone, I can actually create a track and do all of my fitness stuff. Don't even need the watch for that, except for maybe the coordination of the heart rate information. But all the other distance and information will be done with the app alone on your phone. You can download this for free right now, so you really don't even need the watch to do that level of detail. And you saw in here, we don't have any GPS tracking on this one, so it's pretty much app driven. Care is a place where if you have other people signed up, and you can share your data back and forth. And of course, mine was where we have all of the user information you can put in about you, which kind of map style you use. By the way, if I push that map and I come back, I can show you this one because it doesn't have the map of my area by that other type of map. But imagine that there's a full Google map in here with your dot. You hit start. Now you get the countdown 3, 2, 1, and then it'll go into walking, running, whatever you're doing. Basically, distance, speed, time will all be accumulated there. Press and hold. You can stop to get out of here, confirm it, and that's what you get in that tab. So all of this stuff's available in this app. It's a very basic app. Mainly it's this target page that shows you your overall information, all derived from the pedometer, which is what you're accumulating your data from inside of the watch. So this is the Zeblaze VIBE 3 HR. It's got the heart rate monitor built into it now for doing all of your heart rate stuff, including continuous heart rate monitoring. It's a nice little watch. Oh, we never did peel the back off. Look, there was a cover over that too. Anyway, the back can be removed as well, and then you got that nice stainless steel back. All right, one more time. You can get this from AliExpress, the Zeblaze shop there, and check the show notes for a buying link to take you over there. You've been watching SmartWatch Ticks, and definitely appreciate your subscription and return visits here, and we'll see you again soon.